From 1990 to 2004, the initial iteration of the World Wide Web, dubbed Web 1.0, was largely composed of static websites owned by companies. Tim Berners-Lee, who developed the open and decentralized protocols that enabled information sharing across the globe, initially conceived of this platform at CERN in Geneva in 1989. During this period, users had limited interaction with the web, and individuals rarely created content. As a result, Web 1.0 became known as the read-only web. Starting in 2004 with the advent of social media platforms, the Web 2.0 era ushered in a read-write web. Unlike the Web 1.0 period, where companies provided content to users, Web 2.0 saw these companies creating platforms for user-generated content and fostering interactions between users. As more individuals joined the online community, a small group of top companies gained control over a disproportionate amount of web traffic and value. Additionally, the Web 2.0 era introduced an advertising-based revenue model. Although users could generate content, they did not typically own it or reap the financial benefits of its monetization. So, what is Web 3? Web 3 is a new version of the Internet that puts the power back in the hands of users rather than centralized entities. Unlike Web 1.0, which was mainly read-only, and Web 2.0, which was read-write, Web 3 is read-write-own, meaning users have ownership of the digital assets, and no one has the power to take it away from them. Web 3 is built on the principles of decentralization, permissionless participation, native payments using cryptocurrencies, and trustlessness. The core ideas of Web 3 are to distribute ownership among builders and users, provide equal access to everyone, use cryptocurrency for spending and sending money, and operate using incentives and economic mechanisms. Web 3 is revolutionary in a number of ways. First, decentralized. It offers ownership of digital assets in an unprecedented way. For example, through non-fungible tokens, NFTs, users can own their in-game items, and no one can take it away from them, not even the game creators. Moreover, Web 3 allows for censorship resistance, and users can take their reputation with them when they decide to leave a platform. Unlike Web 2.0, where platforms have massive power over content creators, Web 3 puts power back in the hands of users, giving them control over their digital assets and data. Web 3 has the potential to transform the Internet, and its core principles align with the original vision of the World Wide Web creator, Tim Berners-Lee. Web 3 has become a catch-all term for the vision of a new, better Internet, and it uses blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs to bring power back to users in the form of ownership. As Web 3 continues to evolve, we can expect to see more decentralized applications, platforms, and services that give users greater control over their digital lives. Second, permissionless. Web 3 has the potential to create new economic systems and models that are more fair and equitable for all participants. Traditional financial systems are often exclusionary, with high barriers to entry and limited access to financial services for marginalized communities. Web 3 can allow for more decentralized financial systems that are accessible to everyone, regardless of their location or socioeconomic status. With self-custodial wallets, people could bring their life savings with them around the world, getting rid from the ineffective wire transfers and high transaction fees. Furthermore, Web 3 can promote innovation and collaboration by enabling new forms of decentralized governance and decision-making. Instead of relying on centralized entities to make decisions, Web 3 can facilitate community-driven decision-making processes that are more transparent, democratic, and accountable. DAO, or decentralized autonomous organizations, is something worth drilling down a bit. A DAO is similar to a corporation in that it promotes oversight and management of an entity. However, it differs in that there is no central authority in charge. Instead, the collective group of leaders and participants act as the governing body. DAO rely heavily on smart contracts, which are agreements dictated by logical code based on underlying activity on a blockchain. For instance, a decision may trigger certain code to increase the circulating supply, burn reserve tokens, or issue rewards to existing token holders. Third revolutionary change of Web 3 is privacy. In Web 2, users are often forced to give up their privacy in exchange for access to services and platforms. Companies collect vast amounts of personal data, which can be sold to advertisers or used for other purposes without the user's knowledge or consent. Web 3 can offer more privacy and security by utilizing encryption and other technologies to protect user data and ensure that users have greater control over the personal information. Of course, the most notable innovation in recent years, cryptocurrency, enables native payments in Web 3. Web 2's payment infrastructure relies on banks and payment processes, which can exclude individuals who lack bank accounts or reside in countries where access to these services is limited. In contrast, Web 3 leverages tokens to enable direct money transfers in the browser, without the need for a trusted third party. We will make videos about different cryptocurrencies. Please stay tuned. Despite the many benefits of Web 3 in its current state, there are still several limitations that the ecosystem must overcome for it to thrive. Accessibility is a significant challenge for Web 3, as certain features like sign-in with Ethereum are widely available at no cost, but the cost of transactions remains a barrier for many users. High transaction fees make it less likely for Web 3 to be utilized in developing nations with fewer resources. Ethereum is working to address these issues through network upgrades and Layer 2 scaling solutions, but more adoption on Layer 2 is necessary to make Web 3 accessible to everyone. The user experience for Web 3 is currently too complex, with a high technical barrier to entry. Users must understand security concerns, navigate unintuitive user interfaces, and comprehend complex technical documentation. While wallet providers are working to address these issues, more progress is necessary for Web 3 to be widely adopted. Web 3 introduces new paradigms that require users to learn different mental models than those used in Web 2.0. Educational initiatives are critical for informing Web 2 users of these Web 3 paradigms and promoting its success. Ethereum.org supports Web 3 education through its translation program, which aims to translate important Ethereum content into as many languages as possible. Overall, Web 3 represents a paradigm shift in the way we think about the internet and its role in our lives. It offers a more decentralized, fair, and equitable vision for the future of the internet, one that is built and owned by its users rather than controlled by a handful of centralized entities. As the Web 3 ecosystem continues to grow and evolve, it has the potential to transform our world in profound and unexpected ways.